fight, trying to see where the life take me, so I roll the dice. Look up to no one else, but yeah, I was shy. I got real power, Hebrew Israelite.
Next week. Alright? No, it's not no maybe you need this. If you're trying to get to the kingdom of heaven, if you're trying to overcome the flesh,
right?
If you're trying to survive these evil times, you need this, man.
Right.
It's no option. Certain brothers guessing, I don't know, let me meditate on that. Brother, what you meditating on, man?
Right.
Alright, this is what's going, if you don't like mental stability, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Certain people, they like that toxicness. Alright? Just being toxic, man. They don't like peace of mind. They always like drama, gossip. They want to be in the mix of something. Hey, the real women and men of the Lord, they're going to want that mental stability, man.
Right.
They're going to want to be sober-minded, clear-minded. Right. Not a care in the world. Only care they're caring about is the Most High God. Right? So read this.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter.
Hey, brother, you got a minute for God? You do? Well, you came to the right place, brother. It's looking like you were seeking and now you're found. What's your nationality? You a Hebrew Israelite? You Judah?
Yeah. You know about the chariots?
Absolutely.
Tell me about the chariots.
Tell you about the chariots?
Yeah.
Well, let's go into it. Give me Psalms chapter 104 and give me verse 3. Right? Give me Ezekiel chapter 1 and give me verse 16. Alright, give me Job chapter 37 and give me verse 11.
Psalms 104. Salaki 103.
Psalms chapter 104 and verse 3.
104 and verse number 3. Who layeth the beam of his chambers in the water?
Right.
Who maketh the clouds his chariot?
Who what?
Who maketh the clouds his chariots?
So you asked about the chariots. Guess what? The chariots are found of in the Bible.
Right.
And the Lord said he maketh his clouds his chariots. So chariots, they were also referred to as the clouds. That could be literal. Sometimes it might be a chariot in those clouds or in the form of a cloud. But on another fold, those chariots, right, they form like a cloud by their shape. Now, the world calls them UFOs. All right. They might say, hold on, it's aliens in there. All right. It's extraterrestrial beings. All right. They're trying to attack us and take over the world. But inside of these are what you call the chariots, are the vehicles of the Most High. So inside of these are not aliens. It's actually the angels of God are in these vehicles.
What they coming to do?
What they come to do?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Hey, let's answer that. Give me Job chapter 37 and 11.
This is the book of Job, chapter 37 and verse number 11. Bring it out.
There's many reasons why these could come. All right, this could come to boost your faith.
Right.
You might have been low in the faith. All right, don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Is this thing gonna be real? Next thing you know, a chariot just pop up and you see it and it just flash before your eyes. Now that boosts your faith. And you say, okay, I know this for real. Lord willing, I seen one. I believe so. I believe so. I seen one. All right. Hey, guess what? These things, certain brothers, they have accounts of these following them home.
Right.
And believe it or not, they're actually around. You just can't see them.
Right.
So sometimes you might catch them, but it could come to boost your faith. Right? We had chariots literally up there, all in a circle. Immediately after that, it was a tornado in Illinois, and it destroyed a whole bunch of things. So these things could come from for destruction. All right, let's read that. Job 37:11.
This is the book of Job, chapter 37, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Also by watering, he wearieth the thick cloud, and scattered his bright cloud, and is turned around about his counsels, right? That they may do whatsoever he commanded.
So again, whatever the Lord commands these things to do, they'll do it, man. The Lord say, go here, guess what? They over here.
Right.
He say, come over here, guess what? They over here.
Right.
Read on.
Them upon the face of the world in the earth, right? He caused it to come, whether for correction.
It says what?
He caused it to come, whether for correction.
Hey, these things might come because you slipping.
So you watch the news, right?
Yeah, we watch the news.
See what happened over there in Hawaii?
I'm not sure.
You seen?
Oh yeah, with those fires, I seen that.
Right.
I seen
Who
that.
did that?
Yeah, and the Lord did that.
Right.
The Most High did that. So guess what? These things could come for correction.
Them are signs.
Right, those are signs.
Coming, yeah.
All right, these things could come for correction, to correct you in the spirit. All right, you might be slacking out of it. Then you know they pop up on you and you get a check. All right, just like your uncle, you might be at school cutting up, and he just do a pop up. All right, and things get real serious. So read on.
He caused it to come, whether for correction or for his land.
It says, or for what?
Or for his land.
Read on.
Or for mercy.
Or for what?
Or for mercy.
Or these can come up to show mercy. It's a plethora of reasons.
Right.
Now, in the last days, right? Let's go to Revelation
We
1.
are in the last days.
Right, we are in the last days. But
And
it's,
when you get done with that one, you tell me about Armageddon.
oh, we got you. Now, as far as the real purpose that these come to do when Christ returns, these are coming to do two things, right? To say, give me Revelation 11 and 15. Right? To save it's like Revelation 11 and 12. To save the elect and to destroy the ungodly. That's it. Revelation 1 and 7 verse.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 7.
Get out.
Behold, he cometh with the cloud.
It says what?
Behold, he cometh with the clouds.
So when Christ returns, it's going to be clouds in the air, which are the chariots. It's going to be so many, it's going to be millions upon millions. Read on.
And every eye shall see him.
And what?
And every eye shall see him.
Everybody's going to see it. Read on.
And they also which hears him.
Even the people that pierced them. Read on.
And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
See that?
Even so, amen.
See that? And it's going to come to pass. So be it. Give me Revelation 11 and 12.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, Come hither. And they ascend upon the heaven in a cloud.
And they what?
And they ascend upon heaven into a cloud.
So the elect, the 1/3 that been keeping the commandments and the faith, when it's time for them to get saved, the chariot gonna come over. You see that beam? It's just gonna swoop them right up, and then they're gonna be on top of the firmament, seeing the destruction of America. And that's you read about that in Revelation 15 and 1. So that was just a little couple precepts. We ain't go too in depth. That was just a couple precepts and information on what the chariots are and what they come to do. Now you had a question about Armageddon. All right, what about Armageddon? Well, Armageddon is, right, the final battle of World War III.
Right.
All right.
So that's going on right now, but it's just in escalation.
World War III is
Russia and Ukraine, but more nations gonna get involved into this great war.
absolutely, right. Give me Revelation. It's like give me 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and 8. Give me Revelation chapter 16 and give me verse 16 verse and give me that verse. Revelation 16 and 16.
It is the book of Revelation, chapter 16
And give me Joel chapter 38.
and verse 16.
Get out.
And he gathered them together into a place called the Hebrew tongue Armageddon.
Called what?
Called the Hebrew tongue Armageddon.
So in World War III, which is going on right now, every war has a decisive battle.
Right.
When you look at the empires before, you read about, you could go into history, the Battle of Guatemala in 331 BC, right? Where the Greeks took down the Persian and Mede Empire. All right, you read about the Battle of Corinth in 146 BC, where the Romans, or the Roman Republic, they took down the Greeks. So every war has a decisive battle to conclude, okay, who is reigning next? So when Christ returns and he fight the final battle in World War III, because you got many battles. You got the war in history, you got the war, the invasion of Russia and Ukraine. That's already documented as history. You could acquire that to World War III. But the final thing is going to be the Battle of Armageddon, where Christ, the nations, they're going to be fighting amongst each other. Christ is going to return, and they're going to stop what they're doing, and they're going to all fight against the Lord.
Right.
Let's read it. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 13 and 8.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 8.
We get out.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid.
Or what?
We're sore afraid.
When you read this account, Christ is coming back. Esdras is seeing an in-depth vision on the second coming of Yahushua. He's seeing him come back on his chariot, how mighty he is, how scary he is. And the other nations, they seen him, they stopped what they doing, and they was afraid. They was, hold on, what's going on? Man, we never seen this before. But they, yes, there's fight. They still fought because it's divine. They have to fight. The Most High already programmed them to do that.
Right.
You doing?
And yet there's fight.
And what?
And yet there's fight.
You doing?
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath,
Right.
and out of his tongue, he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together.
See that? And it was all destroyed. So Armageddon is the final battle of World War III.
So
Right.
Jesus prophesizing what's coming.
You said what?
Prophesizing what's coming. These things are going to take place.
Absolutely.
Right, right.
Absolutely.
So you think it's going to be justified?
What?
Slavery.
Absolutely. Right?
Right.
This has to be justified.
It is.
Give me Revelation 13:9. Right? It has to be a just recompense for what happened right
Yeah,
here.
I know.
This is the book of Revelation.
Everybody, certain people just think, well, we just supposed to get off with slavery. They say never forget 9/11, but guess what? Slavery, we're gonna forget that.
Right.
And the Holocaust.
Or the Holocaust, yeah, don't forget the Holocaust.
Right.
But when it comes to the slavery of the so-called black spectrum, hey, just throw that out the window. You can't. That's in the past.
Man.
Well, hold on, slavery's still going on to this day.
Right.
You have certain brothers in the South, they're still being lynched, kidnapped, right? Head decapitated.
Right.
Organs coming up missing. Slavery's still going on to this day. What do you mean forget it?
Right.
And the Lord said, don't forget it.
Right.
All right, you can never forget what happened to your ancestors.
In the book of Obadiah, as thou hast done, it should be done unto thee.
Absolutely.
Comes around, goes around.
Absolutely. Let's
That's
get
a law.
that.
That's a law that took broke.
Yeah. Let's get that in Obadiah verse 15 real fast. All right. Obadiah verse 15. So you reap what you sow, man. Whatever you put out, that's what you're going to get in.
Right.
That's life. Like even life itself teach you that.
Right.
All right, bring this out.
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 15.
Bring it out.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
Upon what?
Upon all the heathen.
Hey, the day is coming upon all of these heathen, man. They're literally walking on stone. They took the land from the Native Americans.
Right.
Right? They made over 200 some treaties.
Right.
More than that. They broke them, all of them. All right? They made them walk across the whole country. Took everything else. And they said, guess what? This is ours now. That's off.
Right.
So the day of the Lord is coming upon all the heat, not just the so-called white man,
Right.
but the Ethiopians,
Right.
the Africans,
Right.
the Chinese people,
Right.
Japanese,
Right.
the Arabs,
Right.
because they all had a hand in your downfall in slavery.
Right.
Read on.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
It says what?
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
And the Lord says, thou hast done, it's going to be done unto you.
Right.
And the Lord don't forget nothing. So guess what? This is the apple of his eye.
Right.
He has to avenge his people, man. He's gonna, hey, shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry and sigh and night to him day and night?
Right.
Nevertheless, he shall avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth.
Right.
That's Luke 18:7.
Right.
So the Lord going to avenge his elect speedily, and it's coming real soon.
Right.
Revelation 13:9.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse number 9.
Bring it out.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here is what?
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And we patiently waiting for that to happen.
Right.
Y'all have a YouTube channel?
Absolutely, we got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's WFI Chicago. Yep, WFI Chicago. That's our YouTube. So that answer your question?
Yeah, I believe.
All praises. You got any more questions? They just listening. All praise to the Most High. So yeah, that day is coming, man, and the heathens, they're not gonna be able to escape.
Right.
All right. A lot of them try to run.
Right.
All right. They're trying to build a time machine.
Right.
Trying to go back in time.
Right.
Try to change everything.
Right.
No.
Right. I believe they was trying to go back. Some Edomite talking about we trying to go back in time. We trying to get that birthright back.
Man.
All right. Guess what? Hey, whatever is declared from the beginning is already set, man.
Right.
Right.
You can't try to go get the birthright back.
Right.
All right. You can't try to not put us in slavery.
Right.
That goes back. Give me Genesis chapter 17 to 22. That goes back to the promise that the Lord made with Abraham. All right, that his seed is gonna possess the gate of his enemies.
Right.
Let's bring it up.
The book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 22.
Bring it out.
And he left off talking with him, and God went up from Abraham. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house.
Like it. Genesis 22 and 17. All right, Genesis chapter 22 and 17.
Book of Genesis, chapter 22, verse 17.
Bring it out.
That is blessing. I will bless thee, and I will multiply thy seed
Right.
as the stars of the heavens,
Read on.
and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of the enemies.
It says what?
And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies.
So not only in a promise, the Lord is gonna cause Abraham to be a nation, right? The father of many nations. He's gonna create his offspring to be as the sand of the sea. Also his seed, which is really Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
That seed is gonna possess the gate of his enemies. All right, and the nation of Israel have a lot of enemies, man.
Right.
All right, we got a lot of enemies. It's not just the so-called white man.
Right.
All right, we got a lot of enemies, man. Read Psalms chapter 83. All of those people that was at the crafty council, those are our enemies, man. Right? You could hold that. Give me 1 Samuel 14 and 47. 1 Samuel 14 and 47. Even certain of these other nations, they know that, guess what? We're their enemies. They know that. Give me Numbers chapter 23 and give me verse 10.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 14, verse 47. So Saul took the kingdom over Israel and fought against all his enemies.
And what?
And fought against all his enemies.
So Saul, King Saul, he fought against all his enemies.
Right.
Right? It's been the name who his enemies was. Read on.
On every side against Moab. And against
who?
Against Moab.
So Moab is an enemy.
And against the children of Ammon.
You got Ammon and so-called Japanese man. Those the enemies.
And against Edom.
You got Edom and so-called white man. Read on.
And against the kings of Zobah. And against the Philistines. And whatsoever he turned himself, he vexed them.
You said what?
Call them Caucasian.
You call them Caucasians?
That's right.
Right.
They get mad, they try to live.
Right, but hey, their biblical nationality is Edom.
Right.
Esau. Right.
Esau. Esau, Edom.
Right.
Right? So you even got the sons of Ham in there, the Canaanites. All right, they're all our enemies.
Right.
All right, and we gotta start keeping these commandments in the last days.
Every Friday?
Every Friday and Saturday.
What time?
We out here on Fridays at 6,
6.
and Saturday we're gonna be out here tomorrow at 3.
Right.
Let me get back with you though.
All right, take our 5, brother. All right, give me Numbers 23 and 10.
It's the book
What's
of
your
Numbers.
nationality? What's your nationality?
I'm Indian.
Any what? East Indian?
East Indian.
You can't take a picture.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, dude.
All right. Numbers 23 and 10.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Who can number the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his.
Right.
And Balak said unto Balaam, what hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse mine enemies.
I what?
I took thee to curse my enemies.
And that's what the king of Moab is saying. So even the Moabites, guess what? They knew, he told Balaam to go curse the Israelites.
Right.
All right? So even the Moabites, they knew that the Israelites were their enemies, man.
Right.
Everybody's not your friend. All right? But they say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because they got dark skin, that don't mean it's a lot of races on the earth that have dark skin.
Right.
Just because you have dark skin, that doesn't mean you're from the same stock or same nation. All right? That's something we got to tell our people all the time.
Right.
Oh, he's black. Yeah, he's black, but he's a Chinese man.
Right.
What do you mean that's your brother? All right? So we got to constantly bring out this information because our people are lost, man. They don't know these things. They've been indoctrinated, not without understanding, all right, on fatherly time and foolishness.
Right.
Right? So we got to come out here. We got to we got to let them know what things to sow. We got to let them know what's real, what's fake, what's required, whether they like it or not, man.
Right.
Whether they don't want to hear it. Some of our people just don't want to hear this. You got certain people like the brother up here, guess what? He wanted to hear. He wanted to learn more.
Right.
So that's why you got to do this regardless of who's hearing and who's not.
Right.
You always going to have believers and you going to have unbelievers.
Right.
You don't want to let a lot of brothers, they get discouraged. Well, nobody's listening. Right? There ain't nobody out here. Right? We've been preaching to the wind.
Right.
All right? You probably only get 50 views on Facebook. All right? Man, nobody listening. Nobody watching this.
Right.
Well, hold on, brother. Hey, the Lord, if nobody's watching, the Lord is watching, man.
Right.
The angels are watching, man.
Right.
We want the Most High. As long as he see this, I don't care.
Right.
We don't care if 10,000 people watch this
Right.
or 0.
Right.
Because even if it's 0, that 0 really mean 1.
Right.
Because the Most High and the angels, they're watching, man.
Right.
Right? And y'all got a minute for the Bible? Come hear the word. Come here, come learn something. Come educate yourself. All right, y'all Israelites. Well, it's not the church. Y'all Israelites, y'all kings. Y'all got to repent, keep the commandments. All right. See that? Lost. Finished. Right? Finished. Can't even walk straight.
Man.
All right? Yeah. So you going to have believers. You going to have unbelievers. And we only out here for the elect.
Right.
You're not the elect. So we're not out here for you. Sorry, we don't care if you Israel. We're not out here for you, man.
Right.
We out here for the brothers and sisters that really want this thing, man.
Right. That's right.
All right? We out here for the chosen ones.
Right.
All right? The elect, man.
Right.
That's we do this for the elect's sake. All right? Whether people hear from here, give me Ezekiel 3 and 2. All right, give me the book of Ezekiel chapter 3 and 2.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse number 2.
Yeah.
So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat,
Right.
and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee.
Right.
And did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
Right, jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech,
Right.
and of an hard language.
So the Lord said we're not sent to a people of a strange speech, all right, or of a hard language. The Hebrew is one of the easiest languages to learn.
Right.
It's not hard. We're not speaking Mandarin. All right, read on.
But to the children, but to the house of Israel,
Right.
not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou cannot understand.
Right.
Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee.
Right.
For they will not hearken unto me.
For they will what?
For they will not hearken unto me.
Read that again.
For they will not hearken unto me.
Hey, sister, do you want to hearken into the Lord? Hearken into God? Brother, read that again.
For they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are imprudent and hard-hearted.
So the Lord already told us the description of the job before we came out here, right? A lot of brothers, you just getting out here, you start teaching, might start getting your feet wet. You like, hey, they don't listen. Well, guess what? You should have read the job description, man. This job description say they don't even listen to the Most High. So what makes you think they're gonna listen to you, man? Right? Brother with the Mitri on, right? With the armbands on, with the mighty staff and the mighty beard.
Right.
They don't even listen to their own creator.
Man.
How much more you that's trying to preach to them about the Most High?
Right.
That's trying to preach to them about repentance.
Right.
That's trying to preach to them and save their soul. So you can't, guess what? That's why you can't get emotional in this thing. You got to understand when everybody takes different times. Certain people, they come in this thing on different levels.
Right.
All right? Hey, sister. Come learn who you are. 5 minutes for the Lord, for God. They manifest. See that? They won't even hearken into the Lord himself.
Right.
And I'll be surprised if an angel came down, people still wouldn't listen.
Right.
All right? They will question, hold on, is it an angel? This real? Oh, maybe I'm tripping. No, it's real, man.
Right.
All right, but guess what, though? The children of Israel, they hard-headed. They don't like to listen. They imputed. But you do have some brothers and sisters, they do stand out from the rest of the bunch. They do have that, and they apply the precepts. Give me Sirach 60:33. Come talk to us. 2 minutes, sister.
2 minutes.
Are you all praise? You stopped and hearken. Right? How you doing? What's your nationality? Black? You believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible? You was kind of iffy. A little bit? Not really? Not really? You believe in God? Alright, so what made you not really believe in the Bible? It's a book. Have you read it? No? So how you know if it's like true or if it's not true? You don't know? So you only thing that basically question it is it's a book. That's it. Alright, so what we gonna say is you should believe in this book because this book is true. Alright? We're gonna prove that. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Even with a newspaper, a man wrote that. But just because it's a book or a newspaper, that don't mean that real events might have not happened. And the newspaper might write, well, it was a mass shooting downtown Chicago. Do that make that book untrue or that newspaper? No, because something in there really happened. It's the same thing with the Bible.
Right.
So what if I was to tell you that you're not actually black? Would you believe me? Why not? What color is your skin? So if you caramel and black the color is my jacket, can you actually be black? So are you really black? No. See how you just had to think about it? A lot of our people, we just growing up, oh, I'm black, I'm African American. But we don't know, we don't really sit down and think.
Right.
Believe it or not, you're not black. It's the reason why they call you black and they call themselves white.
Right.
You know what black represents? Negativity, evil, violence. Alright? So you calling yourself black, you putting that spirit on you to just be evil and dirty and violent. So what we come out here to do is, if you see yourself on this sign, according to the God, the Bible, not only that, but history and archaeology, you will actually be an Israelite.
Right.
And you being a woman, you will actually be a princess.
Right.
Has anybody ever told you that? See, that's not what our women are. Our women are not told that. What are our women told nowadays, 2023? What are they being called now? Harlots, city girls, B words. But the Lord said you a princess.
Right.
You just got a little bit of dirt on you, right? You a diamond, but you got mud. You got to take that mud off and clean up and be potentially who you are.
Right.
So you're more like you would be African American, right? All right, so you will be from the tribe of Judah. Now, do you have any idea who the Israelites? Because I don't want to just say these things and you're like, what is he talking about? You have any idea who the Israelites are? Before we go to that, let's go to Deuteronomy 7:6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse number 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the Israelites are God's chosen people. Out of all the races God created on the earth, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Arab, the Lord has chosen him one race, which is the people on his son. Read on.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
We all equal.
Above all people.
You know what?
That are above the face of the earth.
So the Lord said these people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are above everybody on the earth. Do you agree with that? Why? There you have it. We were created. We sauce everything up.
Right.
We make everything popular.
Right.
People, they want to be like us.
Right.
It's white women. They want to get that caramel color skin you got, and them good eyes you got, and that nice hair. They want these things like you.
Right.
But guess what? They just don't have it.
Right.
And God literally created a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think everybody's equal.
Right.
But we reading out of the Bible that God has a chosen people.
Right.
You probably never learned that in church. Because the church not going to teach you what you're supposed to know. Probably never learned this in school. But you learning now that you're actually chosen by blood, by nation. All right, as an Israelite. So the Israelites are God's chosen people. Now, let's get straight to the point. Now, slavery. All right, how are we living as a people in 2023? Where you from?
Out here.
All right, where you at? Out west?
Yeah.
Okay. How are we living out here in the city? Well, not just in the city, but every city in America. We living good? How we living good?
My parents got 3 homes.
All right, now that's good. But do everybody have the luxury of having 3 homes, especially in Chicago? We're on the bottom. We're on poverty, Section 8. We trying to get it by all means. Trying to get some money, we robbing. We just trying to get it. We trying to survive. So as God's chosen people, how is it that we're on the bottom? We're still slaves, right? Still got to go in and where we still getting shot and killed in the street.
Right.
If we were God's chosen people, how did we get brought this low? To the point where we don't even know that we Israelites anymore. We calling ourselves black. African American, niggas, thugs, thoughts. How do we get to this low point? You want to take a stab at it? Let's go to it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
No.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
All right, so to a background story, God, after he shows his people, he gave them certain things to do. Laws to follow. You might have heard about like thou shalt not kill, you heard of that stuff, right? Never heard of none of that? Thou shalt not kill, you can't murder. Wow. Well, God gave us certain commandments we have to follow.
Right.
And if we didn't follow these things, bad things will happen to us. If we did, good things will happen to us. Read on.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So if we don't follow God's commandments, read on.
That all these curses.
That what?
That all these curses.
Good things.
That all these curses.
So is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? Bad. Good one.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Israelites, our people, we have curses on us. Generational curses. If you could guess what some of those curses is, like, what would you guess? What would you say? What's deemed as a curse amongst our people that we always known for doing that's bad? You said what? Developing? What you mean like developing? Okay, not growing, not prospering. Okay, all right, we're gonna get a few. All right, we're not gonna hold up too much of your time. We're gonna give you a few. Give me verse 54.
Verse number 54.
Yo.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
His what?
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So what do that sound like? Right? A man is gonna have an evil eye toward his own brother. Black on black crime. Because one point in time we used to be cool. Alright? I could walk up to a random brother, hey, how you doing? I can invite this man into my house and never knew him and cook for him. My mom might cook for him. Nowadays you can't even do that. You gotta watch who you around. Right? You gotta watch who you looking around. You gotta try, you might be clutching something. You can't do that now. Read on.
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom.
How are our men treating our women nowadays? Their wives? Terrible. Have you had bad experience with men? So that's a curse.
Right.
In the Bible. We used to treat our wives with respect, cherish them, give them knowledge, right? Show them, make them feel appreciated.
Right.
All right. Guess what? Our men not doing that. What you know what I'm saying? We might deal with a girl, then we might pass it to one of the guys, as they say. All right. We might manipulate them and things of that nature. That's a curse. Because we didn't always, again, we're God chosen people. We didn't always used to operate like this.
Right.
Do the white man operate like this? No, they don't. Chinese men do it. They don't do this. You would never see it because it don't happen to other people. It only happens to us.
Right.
So read on.
And towards the remnant of his children.
And his kids. So what do you think this man is gonna do with his kids? Is he gonna stay? Is he gonna be in their lives? No. Did you have your father in your life? You did? All praises. How many of our people actually do have their fathers in their life? Not that much. So read on.
Which he shall lead.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
This in the same book that you said, I don't know, I might not believe in it. You're reading out the same book. So your history is actually in this book.
Right.
But if you want to hide something from a Negro, where do you put it? This word, how many people like to read, honestly? Do you like to read? Do you read, honestly? No. Do you like to read? No. One point in time, I didn't used to like to read.
Right.
Right? My mom say, read that Bible. I said, hey, I'm trying to get this money, man. You tripping.
Right.
Alright? We didn't want it, but guess what? When we actually read this, now we doing things I never thought we would be up there.
Right.
Doing this, speaking to you on a Friday. But this could change your life.
Right.
So we got one more. Then we're going to get some commandments. Everything making sense? Alright, we're going to quiz you at the end, so verse 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now the Israelites, they were in slavery in ancient Egypt. We built up the pyramids, we had to work in the hot sun. So God said, if you're not keeping my commandments, I'm gonna bring you into slavery again with ships. How do we come over here to America? Why is it in the Bible? Again, this in everybody's house.
Right.
And everybody, grandma house, they collecting dust. Alright? It's literally everywhere. It's saying that 4,000 years ago, you're going to go on slavery on ships if you do not keep my commandments. Read on.
With ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
It says what?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Meaning we won't see our true homeland. If I ask you what's our real homeland, what would you say? Africa? Alright, that's what most people say. But it's over 47 countries in Africa. Which one do we come from? We don't know. But believe it or not, we're not actually from Africa. We're from Israel.
Right.
The Israelites, Israel. Just like a Chinese man, he wouldn't be from Japan. More than likely, he's going to be from China.
Right.
Japanese, Japan, Arab, Arabia. That all makes sense. Give me Galatians 4. You holding that? I bring it up.
It's the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26.
Yo.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Which is what?
Which is the mother of us all.
So the whole motherland is in Israel. That's the motherland. So God said we wouldn't see our real homeland again. Now we're in LA, New York, Chicago, Birmingham, Alabama, in the ghettos, in the slums. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
It shall be what?
Ye shall be sold
unto your enemies.
So when we got off those slave ships, what happened? We got brought over here. When we got off, what happened? Now, who are we sold to? What did God call us? Read that again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Your friends,
Unto your enemies.
white people.
Unto your enemies.
So the Bible is letting you know who your true enemy is.
Right.
But some odd reason we say all the time, our people, we think we each other own enemy.
Right.
God tell you who your real enemy is.
Right.
All right? They walk, see that?
You seen that?
They walking amongst you.
Right.
But some reason we think, you think they really your enemies? Do you really believe that? Why not? See that? That's the most answer we get, not all. But the thing is, did they say maybe it was one good black person on that ship?
Right.
We not gonna take them all, we gonna save some. Did they have that mentality? They took all, they didn't care if it was good or not.
Right.
So why is it when we come to them, we always say maybe it's one good white person? A snake, are all snakes poisonous? But just because it's not poisonous, do that mean it's not a snake? No. But a snake is still subtle and sneaky. So just because they put on that, hi, how you do, what's your name? Kyla. Hi Kyla, how's your day going? They put on a big smile. You gotta see right through that.
Right.
Because history teaches you who your real enemy is.
For real.
So, read on.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Meaning, no man, we're gonna be still in slavery even in 2023.
Right.
Still gotta pay taxes. Right? We still getting gunned down in the streets. We still gotta get it by all means. The only person that's gonna redeem us is our Lord and Savior, which is Jesus Christ himself.
That's right.
Which is, if you didn't know, he's actually a black man. He's not white. He's not like this man right here. So out of what all we just brought out, all right, what did you learn so far?
That I'm not black.
Okay,
All of that.
okay,
Bible real.
okay. The Bible says that. Did that strengthen your belief a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. All praise. Now, what are you? You're not black.
Well, I'm mixed. I'm Italian black. Well, African American
What's your father race?
black.
You black. All right. So you will be whatever your father is. That's what you will be. So you will be an Israelite, and you got the different tribe. You got from different tribes. So you'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. This brother, he an Israelite, but he from the tribe of Issachar. He an Israelite, but he from the tribe of Gad. So you got different tribes, but we are the same people.
Right.
Now, as the Israelites, what do you think? Is it just, okay, I know I'm an Israelite, that's it? Like, what do you think we got to do? It's something we got to do. What do you think that is? Yeah, we got to survive, but how do we survive? You ever wanted to get closer? Honestly, you be honest. You ever wanted to get closer to God or build a relationship with Him, or it's just I just believe in God? Never really thought about it. Now, why haven't you thought about it? Like, is it because you got different distractions, different stuff you want to do? Like,
Just a lot of stuff happens. I don't think
you said what?
a lot of stuff happens. I don't think it's
Okay. All right. So it's something that we got to do. What do you think we got to do? Let me ask you this. Why were you created? What's your purpose on earth? Everybody got a purpose, man and woman. Certain people, they grow up 40 years old, they still don't know their purpose.
Right.
You might see them at the liquor store, still getting drunk. Still thinking they 20 years old. What's your purpose? Why were you created?
Right.
Good question. You don't know? Good question. But this is something you want to ask yourself. You want to sit down and ask yourself, why am I here?
Right.
Why am I on this earth?
Right.
Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:13.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Get out.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments.
You want to phone? You want us to wait or? I said you want us to wait or what? Okay.
But this is the Shalaki. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
So the whole reason why you was created is to fear God first and foremost, keep His commandments. Then after that, you might want a husband, and you might want to bear children. Outside of that, there's no other reason why you was created. So the next question is, what are some commandments that we should be keeping? You know, I know you say you don't know any commandments. You know some commandments, is your friend? Like commandments in the Bible. Like you heard of like thou shalt not steal, right? You said what? Yeah. Thou shalt not kill. Stuff like that. And now we're going to... Right, no stealing and killing, no adultery, stuff like that. But we're going to bring out 3. What's the 7 deadly sins? No. We didn't even put you on the spot. We ain't trying to put you on the spot. But we're going to bring out some, again, we said we know y'all probably got to go somewhere. We're going to bring out like 4 commandments and we're going to get y'all on y'all way.
No, like 2. We gotta go.
We're going to make this real fast. Then we're going to get a quiz, then y'all can bounce. All right, 4. That's the deal, right? 4. 3. Let's just do 4. It's going to be fast. I'm telling you. Let's go to Leviticus 11:7.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
Right, so y'all know what swine is? Yeah. It's pig, the pork. Y'all eat pork? Y'all do? You eat pork? Alright, that's good. Why don't you eat pork?
My grandma was in the hospital.
Okay, see that? So a lot of our people, they gill that and they get it from the pork. But in the Bible, God tells us not to eat pork at all.
Right.
Alright? So the Israelites, they can't eat pork.
Right.
Now, would you be willing to stop eating pork for God? If God tell you to don't eat pork, would you do it? Yeah, okay. You eat seafood? What type of seafood? Shrimp, what else? Okay, verse 9.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So you can only eat things got fins and scales
Right.
in the waters. If it don't got fins and scales, you cannot eat it.
So we can only eat seafood?
No, you can eat seafood, but it gotta have fins and scales.
Like fish?
Right, fish. So all that crab, that lobster, what else? Them oysters. People be eating shrimps, octopus. You can't be eating none of that stuff because it's the scavengers of the sea. Like those things, they literally use to like clean up the oceans and the poop. So So like, if you was to see what's inside of that, just look it up on your phone on YouTube. Get some time. Just what's inside of that. It's all type of termites and stuff. That's why they gotta cook it, and you putting that into your body. Next you know, you got bumps all over your face. You wonder why your face breaking out.
Right.
That's because God is telling you to don't eat something that's bad for you. So that's 2 commandments right there. All right. Only eat fish with fins and scales and no pork. All right, now y'all smoke. What you smoke? Weed. That's it. Why y'all smoke weed? How old are y'all? 17. Why y'all smoke weed? Is it to escape reality? Y'all be stressed out? Well, cocaine is made from the earth too.
Right.
Why not?
But hold on, it's made from the earth though.
Right.
So like, why do y'all smoke weed? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Well, weed, it actually it kill your brain cell. It make you stupid.
Right.
All right, trust me, we've been there. We've done that. All right, we seen people. We got homies that then went dumb off of just marijuana itself.
Right.
Literally. Then, and the weed that 9 times out of 10, the weed that y'all are smoking not even real.
Right.
It's not real. All that that's GMO. It's not real. It's got all type of stuff in it, and that's what's making it so enhanced.
Right.
And you smoking it, and you just, again, we don't know why y'all do it. Y'all might just like the feeling of getting high. But just go back to the question, like, do y'all really love God? So like, how do you show you love somebody? Hug them. Can you hug God?
No, but you can pray to him.
You can pray to him, but like, if somebody's, let's say you had a man, and he said he loved you, but he not showing you that, like, do he really love you? No, because it's about actions. So it's give me 1 John 5 and 3. It's the same thing with God. Like, if you say you love God, hey, this the real, we gonna give y'all the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because we care. But if you say you love God, you gotta be willing to have them actions. You gotta match that energy.
Right.
Give me 1 John 5 and 3.
It's the book of 1 John. Salaki. 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3.
Yo.
For this is the love of God,
Right?
that we keep his commandments.
That we what?
That we keep his commandments.
You doing?
And his commandments are not grievous.
So God said, if you really love me, you will do what I tell you to do. No matter how hard it is. Well, that's why you got to read the scriptures, because God is not going to get off his throne and come and talk to you and say, do A, B, and C. That's why he set up certain men, certain women, they might be prophets, evangelists, to spread the word to get to you. God might come to you in a dream. That's another form of him speaking to you. He might, that gut feeling you just have of something not right. That's God speaking to you right there.
Right.
So God not all the time, he not just gonna come down and just sauce you up. Like, that's not gonna happen. So even y'all won't have to make sacrifices in y'all life. But like, if y'all say y'all love God, what's really stopping y'all? Like, does sin feel good? Like what is, if you want to have fun, you want to enjoy life? You said what? You're right. Nah, but lust is bad though. But like,
Money. I know myself.
not money, because money not bad. It's what you would do for money that make it bad. All right. So what's your point? Like bringing that up? Okay. Yeah. I mean, all of that's lust. Lust. It's y'all lust to smoke weed. You get that feeling, that good feeling off. Well, can you stop weed? If I said, because really weed is a drug. That's what they won't tell y'all. When? 2 months. Can you stop right now? If you was to stop,
should be easy
can you
then.
just stop right now?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I'm really good with it.
Now, why do y'all do it though? What if God said don't do it? Would you do it? So that's the point we get into. Now, marijuana can be used for different reasons, but you can't smoke it.
Right.
It can be used to consume, right? If you got sicknesses or something like that, but like you just smoking and getting high, the Lord not with that.
Right.
So that's the commandment. We got one more before y'all go, because we did say 4, that's 3. Give me Exodus 22:16. It's a lot. Alright? It's a lot of commandments.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16.
Get out.
Are y'all talking to any men? I'm saying got boyfriends or anything? No. Yeah. Alright. Read this.
And if a man entice a maid, that is not betrothed.
Alright, let's say if a man got interest in a woman.
Right.
I'm saying he might think you pretty. I'm saying you look good. He got interest in you. He say, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Read on.
That is not betrothed, and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Right, so according to the Bible, the moment you have sexual intercourse with somebody, y'all are now married.
Right.
Alright? It's a lot of oops coming out, but hey, that's the truth. So, you understand that? That makes sense. That makes sense. So what does that teach you? Knowing that like the moment you lay down with this person, you with them for the rest of your life.
That's not true.
What you mean that's not true?
No, but it is. Well, I heard about it, but
Let them know. It's let them know. It's still in your body. Now imagine if a girl slept with 5 dudes. How much different dudes DNA she got in her body? A lot. So a woman is created to only be with one man, only one partner. That's it. So if you go outside of that, now it's fornication. That's where you get thoughts from and these different things. You only supposed to be with one man. So what it teach you is to choose wisely. Don't be chasing these. Trust me. Don't chase these men. All right. You shouldn't even want to be with a man if it's not a man of the Lord. He should be a God-fearing man.
Right.
Right? Y'all like thugs? Nah. What type of men y'all like? Working. Successful. You don't care? We say right 726. So y'all want to get a man of the Lord, but there's something you want to look for in the future. Right now I want to focus on you getting closer with God. Because you gonna have some men, they're gonna come to your life, they're gonna try to sauce you up. Hit you with a little sauce, maybe a little bit handsome. And a lot of our women, they just go for it. Say, yeah, girl, see, yes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's nice. Then your girl in your ear, well, hold on, what y'all talking about? And next thing you know, girl end up pregnant with a disease. All because of what? Lust, as you mentioned earlier. Alright, so read this.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
Hast thou a wife after
Start at verse 25.
verse 25? Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding.
Well, what?
But give her to a man with understanding.
So you want to be with a man of understanding.
Right.
Alright? And that's chiefly a God-fearing man. If he's not that, you don't even want to look in his direction. Alright? All of that makes sense? Now y'all want to stay up here and learn some more commandments? Does it sound interesting?
yeah, we gotta go.
Where y'all gotta go?
We gotta go. We got plans.
What's your plans y'all got today? Girls' Day. Okay. Well, today is the Sabbath day. We're not gonna bring it out. But hey, elder. And you got a starter pack? Alright, give them a flyer and a starter pack. Alright, now before y'all dip, we just gonna give her a quiz. Y'all can get into it too. But what's 3 things that you learned up here today? Kyla, right?
Yeah. Not race.
What's your race? What is that?
American Black?
Black America. I mean, America.
What-
It's all together, right?
Well, it's not all together. This is just what you're called nowadays, but this is what God has called you. So again, you'll be an Israelite, a princess from the tribe of Judah. But it's an Israelite though. Yeah, say Israelite, Israelite, Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That will be your nationality. All right, that's one thing. What else?
About the what was them things called that we couldn't do? Eat seafood. Yeah, that was
With fins and scales. All right, you got one more.
And about we didn't come from Africa.
All right, where we come from?
This other place. I forgot what it's called.
Start with an I.
I'm not so good.
What?
Israel. She got it. She wouldn't even have. She got it. All right.
I know it less
I
I
ain't
love
see it.
some. All right, that's good. So we got let's see this. Yeah, we got these. We got a starter pack with the rest of the commandments on it. We also got a YouTube channel, so y'all can check that out and look into that information. But this is very important because we is living in the end of the world. Yeah, we is.
We is.
And we won't try to be saved. So I mean, you might say what, but it's coming, and it's coming soon.
We don't want
Sooner
to
than
think
you
about
think.
the end yet. Just
Well, you got to think about the end.
you're not supposed. That's like thinking about death.
Well, see, y'all got a misconception. Everybody think that death is bad, but death not really. You in a better place when you die.
I think this is better.
Well, hold on. All right. Either way, the end is gonna come. It's either you're gonna be saved or you're gonna be destroyed.
Right.
Either way, it's gonna happen.
Well, I'm just gonna put it into God.
So what are you gonna do in the meantime?
What she said.
But you living your life to the fullest. You're not living your life according to God.
Right.
Because what if I told you your life is not really your life? You don't have a life.
If that's the case, if I don't have a life,
Like your life is dedicated to God, fully, to the moment you was born. It's just you being born in America. You taught, I do this. You can do this. You can do that.
Right.
When it wasn't really so.
my question is, why say that he is a high power if somebody higher than God?
Well, who's higher than God?
You don't know.
Well, that's the thing. He's the most high God for a reason, because he's the most high.
Right.
It's nobody. Well, you got different religions, but all of those religions like Islam and all of that is not real, because it can't be found proven. But when it comes to this Bible and the Israelites and the higher power, like, it's real. Muslims, they worship a rock. Christians, they worship white Jesus. When Jesus not even white, he was a black man.
Right.
So you're right. But I'm gonna leave you with this. Think about the decision, because you never know when you're not gonna be held, and you want to be found righteous in the eyes of God. Sister, we in the same boat. You 18, right? We in the same boat. Well, you want to do it, hold on, no. You want to do it in righteousness,
Right.
but you don't have the time that you think you have left.
Right.
And a lot of our people don't know that, and we don't want it to hit y'all when it's too late, because when it do, you're going to be ashamed. You're going to be like, dang, this is right the whole... Well, people say it's an exact date. We just saying it's going to end soon, because just look around you. You don't feel the days being shortened? Is time moving faster to you? Is time flying? One of the prophecies is that time will speed up. Not only look at the evil that's on the earth. Don't you feel this place getting more evil and evil every day?
Power pop. That's what it describes. Power pop.
Sometimes. See, y'all might not understand, because y'all might not be there spiritually to see certain things. But when y'all do get there, then you're gonna know, okay, we are living in the end. So all we recommend is be yourself, follow God. Don't try to be nobody you're not. Don't try to do things for others.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they not the ones that's waking you up every morning. They not the ones that's making sure you get back safe every day.
Right.
As God is. So it was nice talking to y'all. Lord willing, y'all look into the information and tap in. All right.